Greetings, namaste, Monson Bishwakarma here at Audio Advent. And yeah, been a while. What brings us here today is this beautiful workhorse Nyauli guitar by Sahana. And this time around the video is a little bit different meaning that I'm not showing you a new guitar. This is an old guitar. This one belongs to my nephew. And I want to give a quick shout out to Sahana for the Nyauli guitars. It's been a whole year, a complete year that the Nyauli has been in the production range. And so far it's really been well received and the players are really loving it, including me and the one who this guitar belongs to. Today the gear I'm using is the guitar into the NUX Cerberus, and which goes into the Laney LV300, and you are hearing it via SM57. Today we're going to talk about what makes this guitar unique to the other production range. At the time the guitar was produced, I spec'd this out personally for my nephew, and it has some unique features on it that I'd like to talk about with you guys, so that you can have it as an option in your head when you order for a custom guitar with Sahana. The specs to the guitar will be on the screen right now. As you see, it's a typical Nyauli spec with some uniqueness to it, and we'll talk about it. First and foremost, as you can clearly see, the fretboard, as much as it looks like a maple fretboard, it's not. Characteristically speaking, it's as bright as maple but packs a lot of mid-range, so your riffs sound heavier even in cleans. The fretboard is cherry. Internationally speaking, a lot of manufacturers refrain from using cherry because of its volatile nature. Sometimes it's soft, sometimes it's rigid. You cannot really find a consistent cherry all over, but the guys from Sahana have found really nice cherry woods that are really consistent throughout. They are right here from Nepal, and back when they were producing the second production range of the Nyauli, I requested them to put on a cherry fretboard on this one because as a guitar nerd, and yeah, I really wanted to feel and see what the cherry looked and sounded like, and the results were really good. It came with a surprise, but a really good surprise. And the other thing that are unique, the pickups. The pickup on the neck is Alnico 5, and on the bridge Alnico 2. The pickups are low output humbuckers. The reason I went with the low output humbuckers was because the low output humbuckers can capture your nuances of the fingers when you're playing guitars, the little details that your playing style leaves on the strings. They are so transparent when you hear it. So yeah, that was the reason. And besides that, I'm a huge P90 fan, and as much as I love P90, they can be noisy, and I don't want to have that trouble on stage. Low output humbuckers were the second best option for me and for my nephew, who does not really do distortion stuffs. He is more post-rock kind of guy with the cleans. Another thing about the pickups, the neck pickup is ever so slightly hotter than the bridge, as per my nephew's choice. Another legendary figure as a guitar player that you might find doing this on his guitars is Eddie Van Halen. He has his neck pickup hotter than the bridge. So yeah, the reason for the low output pickups, I clearly stated it. I want to give a quick shout out to Jared James Nichols. He's a great guitar player, rips apart every time he plays. He's a P90 guy, and another person who really signs with the low output pickups is Jeff Beck with his Strat, and it's magical every time you hear those guys. Here's some sound. Yeah, before I forget, another unique characteristic on this guitar is when you're in the middle position, the pickups go out of phase, a little Peter Green kind of vibe over there. So yeah, let's hear some sounds on the cleans first. phase. You can hear the difference now when I'm on the neck. And rounder sounding on the bridge. Again, back to the middle, it gets a little bit spankier. A little bit spanked there with some nasally effect, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, the out of phase thing can be your secret weapon when you're playing live, and I really dig it. I hope you do too. And this guitar does have coil split. I don't use it much, so I'm not going to dwell into that. Let's hear some distortions now. That was on the bridge. On the neck, on the middle, yeah, I really love that middle pickup sound, you know. Really gets me. I don't know how much you like it, but I'm a big fan. So yeah, although this guitar was spec'd out personally by me, it's your typical production range Nyaulis. There's nothing more special about it regarding the hardware, regarding anything. We decided on going with a really thin lacquer coat on the fretboard that wears off really quick, and the downside to it was all the dirt on the fretboard. It looks really worn out, although it's not even completely a year old. So yeah, maybe the next time onwards, the guys will put on a little thicker coat there. And besides that, everything turned out just like me and my nephew wanted. So yeah, it's a great guitar. And another detail that I requested was for the fret edges to be worked with. I don't like sharp fret edges. I'm a huge punk rock guy, so I'm always creeping over the fretboard, and when the fret edges are sharp, it tends to get my fingers really hard, and I don't want anything hurting me when I'm playing. Besides those things that I talked to you about, everything is your typical Nyaulis, and as we speak here, the third batch is being produced. You might be able to see them like in a month now. So yeah, the guitar's been treating me really well. I've taken it to a couple gigs. I take it to the workshops, and every time I take it, it gets home with compliments. And so far, I'm happy with it. My nephew is happy with it. And for this price range, I don't know what else. I mean, I don't know what more you could ask for. Yeah, it's a different thing that as a guitar manufacturer, Sahana is always improving the fit and finish, the kind of hardware, the kind of materials they use. But that's what you're supposed to do when you're a manufacturing firm. You improve what you do. The moment you stop improving, it's like you get stagnant, and it's not so good. So yeah, kudos to the guys in Sahana. You guys are really doing a good job. And when you think about it, I started doing these guitar videos with the first batch of Nyaulis at my home, and it's been a long ride. Not so long. It's been a year or a long ride since then, and I'm really Grateful to all the viewers that view my videos, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't yet, or don't subscribe if you like it, like what you see, and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Comment section is all open for you guys to discuss with me, and you guys have always been great as always, and I've been Monsoon. I'll see you when I see you.